What is good, my brothers? Theyoungestjim bringing you another little Call of Duty video. This video is my second game on the alpha. You can tell I was tweaked. I was freaking out. You guys know how excited that we get for new Call of Duty, so I knew I had to bring it, and I fucking brought it. Thanks for any and all of the homies who have been hanging out in the stream lately. I appreciate you. I'm trying my best to put on a show, and now I want to try my best to share anything that I've learned in the game to help my brothers succeed and have a good time. So I'm just going to give a few of my impressions, the first impressions from playing this game. The game's incredible. It's definitely it's different than Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare, when you maneuvered around the map, you literally had to just slide cancel around the map. For anybody who doesn't know what that is, that's where you would slide. You'd click the slide button again towards the end of your slide, or whenever you wanted to stop sliding, and then you would stand up. And it was real. It made it a lot harder for the enemy to hit their shots on you because of how fast you were moving. And you could also be ready to take a gunfight at any point. You just had to button mash like we were playing fucking Super Smash Bros. In this game, the slide is faster than I think any slide that I remember that we've gotten. But it's also really short and choppy. But it feels fresh. It feels amazing. It's so fun to do. Currently, if you jump up into the air and then you slide, the slide is extended and it's same speed. It's dumb fast. But you have to get a couple steps in between doing that to be able to get that extended slide again. But I think they don't want people cameraing too bad, so where you abuse movement in a way that makes you hard to track and where it looks kind of unrealistic. I don't know what they're going to change about it. As you can see on my screen, I just died. So they also don't. I don't think they want drop shotting or snaking to be overly good. So obviously drop shotting is where you're about to take a gunfight and your character lays down as you're taking the gunfight. So whenever you go all the way to the ground or whenever you stand up from the ground, your gun goes into kind of a sporadic hipfire mode, which makes it very inconsistent to try to hit your shots in your gunfight. Because this is the case, I probably will not be laying down that much or trying to drop shot. I will be doing a lot of either jump shotting or I'll be sliding into my gunfights, sliding into a pre-aim. I think pre-aiming in this game is going to be really good, kind of like in old Call of Duties. So just one general thing that a lot of you probably already know, it just takes a lot of effort, but when you go around the map, you want to have your gun ready to take a gunfight. You can have it set in the hipfire position, but what you really want to do is when you know that you're going to go into a high traffic area, or if you see someone on the radar with your spy plane and you know that you're about to get into a gunfight, don't wait until you're exposed to start aiming. You want to aim before you get around that corner, and because this is a game of milliseconds, and if you can get that tiny bit of advantage on the guy, you might not hit every single one of your shots, and that'll help you win a couple more gunfights. Well, what a lot of casual guys do, myself included, especially when I get lazy, is I will run around the map. Just because Call of Duty is such an arcade shooter where you're just kind of running around having fun doing whatever you want to do, is you'll just run around the map until you see somebody, and then you will try to react and take the gunfight. And if you want to improve your KD, if you want to improve going on streaks, if you want to make some crazy plays, then you need to be ready for the gunfight before it happens, and you will win exponentially more gunfights. And that kind of thing will just come with game knowledge and just playing the game, knowing spawns. That's a good time to touch on the minimap. Minimap is incredible. It's back to a standard minimap where if somebody shoots and they don't have a suppressor on their weapon, they will show up on that minimap. If somebody calls in a spy plane and the enemy team's not running Ghost, which a lot of people aren't, and it actually blows my mind, they will show up on the minimap. If they do have Ghost, and as long as they're moving with Ghost, they don't show up. But if you're immobile for 3 seconds, even with Ghost, you'll show up on the minimap. So the minimap's incredible. You want to be peeking that thing nonstop, but checking where your teammates are, fighting around OBJ, playing the game, getting that game knowledge, that will help you to know, hey, I'm about to go into a high traffic area. You know, I know that there's always people in this corridor, so instead of just walking in and and reacting based on the information that I see. Why don't I slide in, pre-aim the middle of the lane right here, and be ready to take this gunfight before a bum-ass Theyoungestjim 061 is. So that's just, I'm a little bit all over the place, just some random thoughts on the movement, gunfights in the game. It's going to be so much fun to learn and get used to. I'm literally obsessed with this game. Getting towards, I'm not sure what kind of streak I'm on in the video. I go on an 11 streak this game. We weren't playing the best kids I've ever played against. It sounds like every single Call of Duty has had some form of skill-based matchmaking in public matches. Just some CODs were tuned down a little bit more than others. Modern Warfare had what it felt like, here's the end of the streak, what felt like a really high cap for skill-based matchmaking, which made it really frustrating to play public matches. I'm hoping they don't go too hard on that. That way we can have fun pub stomping, and then we can go to a ranked playlist or GBs or something whenever we want to go super try hard. But we will see how that goes. The streaks so far are fun to use. The guns are incredible. I've been kind of switching around between the ARs and SMGs. Have not tried. I guess I tried. This is the M16, so this is technically a attack rifle. I haven't tried the LMGs. Sniping in this game's fun. The snipers are a little bit buffed for the alpha, so the devs can gather some data and do whatever they want to do with the snipers. But the centering's really good in this game right now, which makes quick scoping pretty easy, which I think is awesome because I love sniping and going for clips and stuff like that. It is frustrating to die to a sniper whenever you're making plays, but that's just something that we're going to have to deal with. I'd rather it stay like that, but we'll see what they do with it. I haven't messed around with a ton of the field equipment. Equipment in this game takes a long time to throw, especially I'm used to playing Modern Warfare with Amped on, which would allow you to throw equipment very quickly. So that's something to think about. So just getting used to the weapons and finding out what I want to do. 5 attachments on your gun makes a lot of the guns OP. AK-74U is best gun in the game right now. We'll see if they nerf it after alpha, so we'll have to see how that kind of transitions to the beta. But yeah, no, first impressions of the game, man. If you like Call of Duty and the way that Call of Duty blew up in the old CODs, like this gives me Black Ops 1 vibes, but 2020 Black Ops 1. Boots on the ground. Movement isn't too OP. It's fun to play. It feels good. It feels like COD. I'm really hoping Modern Warfare was insanely popular. I'm really hoping that even with Warzone, zombies, multiplayer, that it just keeps growing. I'm hoping the bros keep hitting me up. If you're trying to run games, let me know. We'll get crazy. So for the alpha, they're letting us play Dom, kill confirmed to TDM and we've just been running the 6v6 maps, which are the maps I think I mentioned in the previous video. I haven't tried the ground war mode out yet, so I'll have to mess around with that a little bit, but I'm much more interested in these smaller ones. So they've been a ton of fun. It's really fun to go on streaks. I think that they found a very cool balance in allowing you to play aggressive, allowing you to play on the objective, and still obtaining high score streaks late in the game if you are stringing together these plays. We'll have to see how it develops throughout the course of the year, because it'd be annoying to see Timmy's calling in chopper gunners for no reason. But the score multiplier is so high when you're on a high streak that it just, from my first impression, I think it's really nice. You can see Nick actually beaming. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up for video number 2. I appreciate everyone for watching, and the world is your oyster. I only had 7K score. I just went 30-5.